No time wasted on intros. We find our young protagonist, Xiao Lan, facing a furious Mr. Cheng. He's absolutely livid after following the mysterious instructions given to him. Scaling mountains, searching temples, dredging rivers, all for naught. He says he hasn't found any of the mythical galangal they discussed, but then the situation takes a seriously dark turn. Suddenly, Xiao Lan becomes all serious, telling Cheng, "Do not accuse me of lying again." And it's so abrupt and sinister. She asks him to let his deceased daughter, Renshin, rest in the great beyond. Then she mentions a final desperate measure, and we're shown this foreboding mask. We get a flashback to when Mr. Cheng tells his daughter not to use that mask. She has to stay in the great beyond. Next, we witness Gentry-possessed Xiao Lan explain her plan, a chilling possibility, a mask, which was only to be used as a last resort. Then comes the most suspenseful moment where the mask goes on his face. The tone of the episode gets more somber as we cut back to the three characters outside the house. Gentry then appears and tells Mr. Cheng that his daughter must be in the great beyond, and the episode's narrative resumes at this point. They talk about how the mask could call back her soul if she was really in another dimension. Mr. Cheng puts on the mask, and that's when the big finale starts. He's completely changed into a demon-like version of himself. The underworld begins to open around him, and then we are back with Gentry and the other characters. Gentry talks of vulnerability, and it's clear she's thinking ahead about what's about to go down. There is an explosive fight. Each character goes all out trying to stop the damage, but the fight just escalates in intensity. It is a full-on supernatural brawl where each of them battles monsters. Gentry becomes more and more powered up, using all her might. It felt like a Super Saiyan moment. Finally, the fight culminates in Gentry facing off against Cheng again. Her eyes begin to glow green before she uses her power, and then suddenly, everything is quiet. Xiao Lan asks, "How do I summon it?" And Gentry, like a teacher, says, "They can sense vulnerability. It's not too late. We can lay her body to rest tomorrow. Make sure she is buried properly." Gentry seems like the mentor, telling him he made the right choice. Gentry tells them that his daughter's soul must be somewhere. The great beyond, she says. She uses a phrase that was introduced earlier. She then gives a long speech about some unknown plane where no mortal can search without help. It's Gentry's turn to show off her stuff. The scene has this very dramatic use of shadows, almost like a comic book panel, and Gentry is using her powers. Then comes the final fight sequence in an area filled with grass. After an intense sequence of attacks and counterattacks, Gentry and the possessed Mr. Cheng go head-to-head, and a powerful move by Gentry takes him down, and this leads to her ultimate triumph. We then see the emotional aftermath of the fight. The animation and the music really made this sad. The episode ends with a chilling and sad exchange. "You made the right choice. Her soul must be somewhere. No mortal can search these realms without help." "You made the right choice," she emphasizes. A sudden shift in pace. Mr. Cheng is gone, and there's just the mask on the grass. And suddenly, the scene shifts to the two standing before this portal, and then Xiao Lan finally cries out, "You lied to me, Baba. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content."